you think? Good. Good morning, everybody. It's Monday, September 23rd, 2019, and I'm headed into work for the day. What are your guys' thoughts on these sunglasses? So I was like, I wonder if they make aviator clip-ons. Obviously, I would never wear them flipped up. The whole point and reason for clip-ons is on the days like that I'm working, like not the weekends, I wear glasses. So working in the data center and stuff, there's a lot of forced air, like air blowing, and when I wear my contacts, it just dries out my eyes like terribly. So that's typically or basically why I always wear glasses to work. The only thing about these compared to wearing normal aviators is these are kind of like lower because they start at the top of my frames. But I think these will work for what I want to do. They look less dorky than other clip-ons that I've had in the past. You know, when I was married, I was a big fan of clip-on glasses, and looking back at those pictures, like, yeah, I would feel bad for my wife. Like, yeah, they were dorky as hell. Like, I should have just been putting in contacts and wearing normal sunglasses. You know, when you're all about that dad life or whatever, sometimes you kind of lose focus on looking good and taking care of yourself. So kind of need to get back into doing that. Headed into work though. It was a good weekend. That I don't think I did any video footage yesterday at all. That wedding was kind of a bust. It wasn't even a wedding. It was just a reception yesterday. But not as exciting as I was hoping it to be. You know, I haven't attended a wedding in years. And the last wedding I attended was a family wedding. I remember now. It was my cousin Sammy Joe and Paul, and I was dating Vicky at the time. And that was a great, great time, man. I'm telling you. So, hung out with the family, and just overall just had a good time with that. Like, we were going nuts. And it's like, you know, people are these days. This guy won't stop to let me through for this guy walking down the street. He just had to squeeze by him. It's fucking people, man. Like, they just don't think. I'm in a hurry. All I care about is me. Get out of my way. It's insane. Nikki found out yesterday that the drummer from that American English band, his real name is Tommy. He plays Ringo. The drummer is retiring, and Saturday night was his last performance, and she had no clue. Alrighty, guys, so I'm just trying to figure out where I left off. So I am just getting out of work for the day, and headed to go get my little buddy. It's I haven't seen him in 5 days, so I can't wait. I did get some RSVPs. I think I might have mentioned that earlier. One is his neighbor boy, a few people from his before and after care, and then a dude that is that I work with his mom. Kind of bit the bullet. Last night I invited Logan to the party. Rochelle's Logan. So yesterday Rochelle pinged me and sent me a picture of the two boys, and I guess Logan had a competition yesterday, and Logan really wanted a picture of Grant and him each holding one of Logan's trophies. He won 2 trophies. So she sent me the picture of the two boys, and that was nice. It was nice. You know, I kind of felt bad. You know, I was like, well, you know, they there it goes. You know, they're stepbrothers and all that. So, I mean, why not have Grant at his birthday party? One of the neighbor boys is already coming, so She said that they might have another party that day, or they do have another party that day. She just wasn't sure like what time or whatever, so she was going to get back to me, I guess. She being Rochelle. That will be interesting. I'm not quite sure if that was a good idea or not. It's a good idea for the boys, but was it a good idea for me? So, just not quite sure I'm over her. Why is this guy going so slow? What are you doing? Okay. That was really weird. So, shipped out some more stuff that I sold on eBay today. There was about $130 or so. That paid for some new routers. So I bought two Ubiquiti Edge routers. They are the light, like the ER3 light models, so the older models. I got both of them used, and they were somewhere around the neighborhood of like $130. So it was a wash. Basically traded this stuff that I sold for two routers. What my goal to do is set up a IPsec tunnel between home and work. I don't know if it'll actually operate and work properly or not. But the way you do it is you have a router on either end, and the traffic from each router is encrypted essentially. So, you know, if I'm at home, the home router encrypts my traffic, shoots it over to the work router, and then that decrypts it. And then anyone and anything in between then and there can't see the traffic. So that's one goal. And then the other goal that I want to try to get implemented or working is some sort of like VPN setup. So I think it'd be cool to have the ability to VPN out to the internet, so that way ISPs can spy on internet traffic and stuff like that. So that IPsec tunnel should allow it or make it so that I can like pass traffic back and forth securely. And then I want to get a couple of the Ubiquiti access points and play with those. So there's a way to broadcast Wi-Fi or whatnot and have it hidden and stuff like that, so that way I could essentially pipe into that network or whatever. So this will be one of those work in progress things where I'm gonna have to kind of keep working on it, refining it, honing it, and all that stuff until I can finally get it to do what I want. It'll be baby steps, so maybe like that IPsec tunnel will be in the initial first part, and then I'll just try to do like a file share or something between the two networks. So like I said, when I'm at home I should be able to see the computers at work and vice versa. That'd be really badass, especially for stuff like remote desktop and things like that, where I could you know, get to those remote computers without having to run like TeamViewer or something like that all the time. The OpenVPN would be good for torrents and downloads, and basically just masking my internet traffic for anything that I do, so it can't be snooped on as easily. And then I don't know, it just from there it just gets into just more networking type basic stuff. So like IP cameras or something like that would be cool, but for that you need PoE switches. So PoE is power over Ethernet. Luke gave me two Cisco 3850s, I believe they are, so I could basically get those up and running and stuff. And those would be good, for instance, for phones, like VoIP phones, or PoE cameras, video cameras and stuff like that. I now have enough storage that I should be able to you know, store whatever I need as much as I need, and stuff like that. So storage isn't an issue anymore. I looked at those disc shelf power supplies today. I finally took one apart, and they're only 400 watt. There's two of them. I think it's for redundancy, so that's something that I do have to test. If I just plug in one, does it freak out and beep and go nuts, or does it still operate as normal with just one power supply? So we'll figure that out soon here. So I'm just kind of rocking and rolling. That's it. There's just been just kind of working on all of that stuff. I got 15 uploads kicked off today. That's through home. I logged into my home computer, kicked off those uploads, and pretty exciting stuff. And now I am going to head home. Your name. That's for you. Open it up.
Where's it from?
Here, turn over. Read the corner. That's who it's from.
Nikki.
Nikki.
1590.
That's her address. You need help opening it? Wow, she really sealed this, huh? I'm gonna put your finger in there and pull on it. Don't cut yourself. You can do that, yeah, that's fine. Says a note
from Nikki.
Yeah.
What's it say?
All right. What does this say here? Dear Grant,
I am sorry I
have not been able
to come over and play very much since I have been
so
rushed
busy teaching and acting in a play. I wanted you to know I have not forgotten you. I miss hanging
out. I
promise to come over and play
very
soon. Stay
awesome.
Little
man.
Love, Nikki. That was nice of her. She's been really busy lately.